All right, I'm back. Take two. I just realized I didn't take all my notes down that I needed to take, but we are ready this time. All right. The Shaverage, or the beer of the day, is Leota May IPA from Bale Brewing, which is local to me. I was just started this one during my mail call unboxing video, so I'm just carrying over the same beer into this bath and bar soap review. Coming in at 6.2%. Really nice, easy drinking IPA. It does have a little bit of a nice sweet malt body with a little bit kind of medium to mid-low piney bitterness to it. Really good though, enjoyable. All right, so what is on the docket for today? It's none other than Haslinger, and this one is the Shafmilchseife. And of course I could be fucking butchering that because I'm not Austrian, I'm not German, but Shafmilchseife sounds good to me. As an American who doesn't know the dialect, sounds about right to me. Let me know how bad I did in the comments below if you're familiar with the language. But this one was sent to me by Brandon, and he's a recent viewer of mine, and I believe he became a viewer of mine via IMCDB. I think he inquired IMCDB about these bath soaps, and IMCDB either said, I don't really review those, or something to that effect. I don't really know how that conversation went, but IMCDB referred him to me because I do these reviews, and I'm very thankful for that. So thank you to both Brandon and Chris Bailey for giving me a shot. And thank you for sending Brandon my way, and thank you for having trust in me sending product my way. But he sent me a whole gang of soaps and whatnot, and one of them was this Shafmilchseife. I don't know. Anyways, so this one, it was kind of hard to find product information on in English because it is a product of Austria. If you look down there on the bottom line, it says made in Austria. It's 100 grams, which equals about 3.5 ounces. And from what I could gather from places that did have it, Maggard Razors had it, Small Flower had it. I saw it on Amazon, but it wasn't exactly the same as far as the grams go. So this one that I have here is 100 grams. The one I saw there was like 60 grams or something like that. And so it wasn't exactly right. And then Pasteur's Pharmacy had a lot of Haslinger, but it wasn't this specific soap bar. So it was kind of like, in America, it wasn't necessarily as easy to find. But I did find out some information. So it equals out to about $5 to $5.50, depending on where you find it here in the States, for about 3.5 ounces, 100 grams. And it just had this basic plastic wrap on it with the sticker right there. This one looks like it was discounted from Pasteur's at some point for $3.99. So looks like Brandon got it at a deal. But I didn't see this at Pasteur's anymore, this specific one, but there was other flavors and Haslinger products there. Okay, let's get into it. This is the remainder of the soap bar right here. I usually use this about the halfway point, or maybe the 2/3 point. It's not an exact science, but I like to get at least a couple weeks with the product before I review it. Now, it was stamped. The original product was stamped, and you might be able to see that in the title thumbnail of the video on YouTube. But it was stamped. It did say like Shafmilchseife on the front or whatever. And it's just this, pristine white soap bar. It looks pretty generic, but this is real good soap. I didn't know what to expect from it. It looked generic, but it's real good soap. So let's get into the awkward portion of the video, that's where I take my loofah and I give you guys a look at the actual lather that this thing can produce. One thing I noticed with this, and normally when I'm doing this, the soap is already wet just from the shower running, and I'm starting dry here, so hopefully it doesn't have no negative effects on the resulting product. But what I found when I was using this was that it actually, the first couple times I used it, I used way more soap than I needed to. It actually, a real small load on the loofah went a long way as far as the resulting lather it made. And so I'm just going to go with that, and we'll see how it does. I've never dry loaded the puck, so maybe I'm messing up. But just trust me when I give you my impressions here. I'm just going to run the water just for a second to inject some water into the lather here. So please excuse that. But, so what I found with this, it lathers up real easily, as every single bath soap should. You shouldn't be sitting there struggling to get a lather with bath soap. You know, most of them are designed to have a lot of volume. That way you can kind of cover your whole body without using a quarter of the soap bar. So a little bit goes a long way, and I'm already flinging suds all over my shirt. But yeah, a little bit goes a long way. What I found was that it has a somewhat dense lather, as far as big, bubbly, voluminous bath soaps can go. It has some density to it, for sure. Has a little bit of weight to it. It has just a generic, fresh, clean scent. This one wasn't designed to have a specific scent. As a matter of fact, I couldn't really see any descriptors on any site that I saw it on where it mentioned a specific scent note. But it does have a scent. It's mild. It's just a generic, very pleasant, mild, soapy scent. And sorry I can't give you more, but there's really no specifics on it. It's just a generic bar soap type scent, but it's pleasant, non-offensive, and it's mild. So even if you didn't like it, it's not like it's going to be bold and banging and you know, ruining your experience. It's more or less not there in the heat of the moment. But we got a gang of lather right here. Let's see if I can try to extract some of it so you can see this. But got a ton of lather right there. And there's more that I didn't get out of the loofah. But this has very voluminous, has a ton of volume. It definitely has some density and weight to it. You can definitely feel that. You know, pretty much every bath soap is going to have large bubbles. It's not the same as shave soap, where you're really looking for either really small to no bubbles at all in your shave soap. Pretty much all bath soap is going to have some large bubbles, but it's very dense. It does have a bit of like sillage, like you can feel the silky texture to it. It's not the most silky bath soap I've ever experienced, but it does have a little bit of that silky, slick feel to it. And post-shower feel is actually all right. You're not feeling like overly moisturized. You know, the ingredients list isn't full of the most skin nourishing products, but it's definitely not drying. It just leaves your skin feeling good, and that's probably a product of the sheep's milk. So it's not a tallow soap, but it's also not vegan because it has the sheep's milk. But it leaves your skin feeling good. You're hydrated, but you're not. It's not the best I've ever felt, but you are hydrated. It doesn't leave your skin feeling dry and tight. So that's definitely a plus. And excuse me while I rinse off my hands there. Now the ingredients on the label are in a different language, I think. At least the description's in a different language. But regardless, it looks like it has, you know, some cosmetic ingredients in it. There's a couple big words in there. Let's see if I can decipher anything. Sodium palmate, sodium palm kernelate, agua, palm acid, ovislac, whatever that is, glycerin, parfum, cheese, blah, 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 don't know that one, sodium chloride, palm kernel acid, tetrasodium, EDTA, tetrasodium. Alright, we're getting off the deep end. But there's another look at the ingredients. It's got some stuff that I'm familiar with, some stuff that I'm not familiar with. It's a good soap. At $5.50, 3.5 ounces. Not the best value I've ever seen, but it's not a bad value either. And I did enjoy the soap. So if you're looking for maybe a product outside of your country or whatever, you know what I mean, something you haven't tried yet, and you come across Haslinger, I think it's a good value. It's a good soap, and I don't think you'll be let down by it. It might not blow your socks off, but I don't think you'll be let down by it either. I was happy to find this, and I would easily recommend it to someone if they showed interest in it. So, thanks again, Brandon. Thanks again, Chris, for referring Brandon to me. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, this is kind of a learning process. If there's any, you know, topic that you wanted me to talk about that you thought I should have covered and I didn't, feel free to leave me comments in the comments section. Let me know what I could do better on these bath soap reviews. Other than that, thank you guys for watching as always. I appreciate you, and I got so many bath bars on deck. So this series, although it's slow rolling, I got a lot more videos to make. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.